Warning, you are about to enter the BGP suite. No thongs, no boy shorts, no thigh highs, no commandos are permissible. BGP, big girl panties only. So pull up to woman up. And no, please don't leave with your panties in a bunch.
And welcome back to BGP, aka Big Girl Panties. Joining us again is Wood and Blaze from the Lounge with Wood and Blaze. We're going to talk about something very serious today. We're going to talk about rejection violence. I'm going to give you two definitions. Rejection, the dismissal or refusal of a proposal, ideal, etc. Violence, behavior involving physical force intended to hurt, damage, or unalive someone. Together, rejection violence, causing men and women to become damaged. More and more often, we are seeing people unaliving themselves. We are seeing people unalive their exes, their currents, their children, and then themselves. We are seeing people call into people's jobs and get them fired and pull up on people at their jobs. We're seeing people, both males and females, jumping on top of hoods, riding, holding on to the door while somebody is trying to get away. We're seeing people become unalived at baby showers, and it's just ridiculous, and it's very scary. We're seeing people get unalived because they didn't want to give somebody their phone number. People don't know how to accept rejection. So I'm going to start like this. Have you ever felt rejection? Have you ever been rejected? Let's start with you, Nisha.
Yes, I've experienced rejection.
And how does that make you feel?
I mean, nobody likes to be rejected, but you get through it. You get over it. Because, in life, you're going to be rejected you're going to have experiences where you're rejected, whether it's a relationship, a career, or, whatever it is. So you just deal with it. You take it for what it is and move on.
Adrian?
It's definitely not a good feeling. It's something that messes with your self-esteem and messes with your insecurities. It brings about a whole bunch of stuff. So I do see where some people can get violent. Yeah, I don't condone it at all, but I can definitely understand where that pain comes from.
Wood, have you ever been rejected?
Yeah, I've been rejected before, but I don't. The pain of it. Because for every no, you can find 3 yeses.
Yes, there you go.
You know what I mean? You just gotta keep it moving. Hell, it's the law of averages. You know what I mean? Yeah, just keep moving. And I have lingered over a rejection, but I found somebody to make me get over it. So you just keep plunging, and you'll find something that'll help you.
How about you, Wood?
Yeah, but definitely been, rejected, but I don't dwell on it. Like you said, for every no, there's 3, 4 yeses. So you just keep it moving.
Yeah, I've experienced being rejected as well, and it just puts a pause on your life for as long as you're allowed to. It could be seconds, minutes, hours, weeks, months, or years. Rejection is a part of life. Whether it's a no to a car loan, a house loan, no to a job, no that I'm not going to buy you that diamond ring that you want, and no to love. And I think we've been so desensitized by it that this is becoming the norm, that we see it, we read it, and we go, oh my God, and nobody does anything about it.
Well, I think people that don't accept rejection and people who are out here hurting people, there's more going on with them as far as mental imbalance. Like I've always said I never wanted to love someone so much till I couldn't accept them not being with me. If we break up, I don't want to lose my mind, and now I want to either go hurt myself or hurt them or do something, or have them hurt me. I have family members who have been killed by their exes. Like, I have 2 cousins that were killed by girlfriends or ex-girlfriends. One ex, and they're actually 2 brothers. So I know what it's like to have a family member killed by, someone that they were in a relationship with. It just doesn't make sense, I mean, my great aunt buried 2 of her sons from girlfriends or ex-girlfriends killing them. I don't ever want my stuff to be that good. That's why I only give them 15 minutes.
Here we go.
I ain't got to worry about it. Nobody trying to kill me if we ain't together no more. They gonna let it go.
I think though some men who have experienced like maybe some trauma in their life as kids and they've dealt with some abandonment issues and they become extremely clingy. Those are those dudes too that you have to really pay attention to that have said, if I can't have you, nobody can, and that kind of stuff. They cannot handle you letting them go or quitting them or ending the relationship. It's really, really difficult. So you have to be prepared and have some resources in place to help you in the event he done told you that over and over again. The likelihood of him acting out on that can be high.
But let's I agree with you, but you also got to include women too, because there's been a high case lately where women have been taking men out and the children because of rejection. So it goes both ways. You got to be careful. You got to pay attention to anybody that you deal with and what they're saying and how they deal with trauma and how they deal with rejection. I mean, for me, that's like a prerequisite where I do ask that when I'm getting to know somebody, like, how do you deal with rejection? When's the last time you were rejected? And how did you process it? Because some people can't handle it. Like I just saw a young man yesterday. I believe part of it was from not being accepted. It was due to rejection. But he snapped. And he's like, because of this, everybody's going to pay for it. So when I see somebody, I'm unaliving. And that's exactly what he did in Texas yesterday. So it's like... I'm sorry.
In that mall shooting, that's what that was? In that mall shooting yesterday in Texas?
Yeah, because they released another video prior to that happening where he said what he was going to do.
Oh, wow.
And he showed weapons and everything.
Yeah, at 3:00. He not only had a rifle, but he had another gun, and he was just going to create mayhem on
Yeah. Yep.
But what's crazy is they do all of that. Like, I couldn't do harm to myself or somebody else or go to prison for the rest of my life because somebody don't want me. Like, if you don't want me, that's cool. Like, you're going through all of this because someone doesn't want you or someone rejected you. Like, that's just insane.
It is.
And like Wood said, that goes to mental health.
Yes.
It has to be something deeper than just, she told you no for her phone number, so you shot her. Like, come on, it's got to be something deeper than that.
Yeah. Some people, their egos will not allow them to withstand any type of rejection. Some people, you broke up with them and they think you're the best thing and they're never going to find anybody better than you, and they promise to do better, but they just can't do right, and you're like no more, and they don't know how to accept that. So they start destroying your property, slashing your tires, or calling your job, getting you fired. People do not know how to handle being rejected. What would be some solutions that you have to offer to people when they come up against being rejected?
Man, to get over old pussy, get new pussy.
Oh, there you go.
I mean, that's a start. I think that's a start. But because you're right. But it's like I look at it this way: for a lot of women, we tend to have our friends that we go to when we're dealing with that, right? And we tend to like talk each other off that ledge. Like, girl, there's other people out there. There's other men. There's other this. For a lot of men, in my opinion, I feel like you guys don't. A lot of y'all don't do that. Y'all just keep it in, and then you just explode. Yeah. And when I talk to different men about like, who do you talk to when you like, as far as like mentorship or leadership, or you go to when you having these kind of problems, and a lot of them say, I don't talk to nobody. Or they make their woman, or that said woman, that therapist, they make her that person. And when she withdraws and says, I'm out, they lose it. Yeah. They lose it. So I think we need some more mentorships and leaderships in our around to kind of balance that out, because I don't think we have it, unfortunately.
I think most guys, if they got a homie that's where they really close to and they see this in them, if they have the can tell them, hey man, get over that shit. Maybe you need to seek some therapy. Maybe you need to talk to somebody. I can't tell you how to really handle it, but maybe you should consider this. Maybe they would get some of the help that they need, because it's still taboo for guys, especially black men, to tell their business and talk to a therapist. But it seems like it's getting better.
We can't confuse this with crimes of passion, because crimes of passion, that's something that happens in the moment.
Right.
When you think about being rejected and somebody comes back, and that's retaliation. That's like premeditated types of situations. So breathe. Take some time and breathe. Be an adult. We have to find healthy ways to resolve issues. You have to learn how to control your anger. You slashing tires, you busting out windows, you doing all the things that you do is only a temporary fix that's going to make you feel good at the moment. But if disaster happens, not only have you lost the person that you were trying to stay with, you lost yourself. And so you have to think about the consequences of your actions. Sometimes you have to think about rejection in a healthy way. You might have to say thank you. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Blaze, for not coming back. Mm-hmm. For not being with me, for not giving me that second chance. Mm-hmm. Thank you for not wasting my time. Mm-hmm. Thank you for not wasting my energy, my emotions. That might be the first red flag that you need to not even involve yourself with that person, not even get back with that person. So we have to think of healthy reasons why somebody rejected you.
Right.
Anybody have anything that they want to say about rejection?
I can only say that I definitely have lived through a person that could not handle rejection. And no matter how you tell them the nicest way, the kindest way, whatever, you knew that the outcome was going to be ugly. And that's when you really need to seek the help. If you're talking to somebody and they're telling you, bitch, you leave me, I'm fucking killing you, your kids, your mama, your daddy, everybody, take that shit seriously, because if they can say that, you don't want to play with that kind of stuff, and seek help. If you getting that kind of, if you're a woman or you're a man and you're getting that type of, that kind of, those kind of responses, you need to deal with that very seriously.
And I think some laws have to be changed, because when somebody starts threatening your life and threatening the life of your children, and you go put a restraining order, 9 times out of 10, nothing happens until you are unalived or they unalive your children. So I think some legislation has to be put into place that we change some of these rules. As soon as I say this person is threatening me and stalking me, that they get locked up immediately. And I think that would maybe prevent them from going even further, or they can seek some help inside the prison system.
Exactly.
Final thoughts, Wood.
I mean, it is something that's so foreign to me. Just this past week, a lady hired a hitman to kill another woman because the guy left her left her for to go to other woman in Philly. And we were talking about that at work. And just the rationale of it was just so far beyond me, because, again, I mean, I've been in love with somebody and the person didn't want to be with me. And again, I had sleepless nights, and I may have rolled past their house once or twice to see if they were home back in the day, right?
Called up on the phone and hung up on them every time.
Twice. But that's about the extent of it. Because at the end of the day, I mean, even if you're doing a placeholder, to get over one person, you find somebody else. You do. I mean, but the whole hurting somebody just ain't never been something that's just in my mind. I just, like I said, I've never had to deal with a woman busting out my, windows or, slashing my tires. I don't want you to love me that much. If we stop it, we stop it. Go, you can find somebody else. So it's just, I think that's a person who's mentally off balance. And you see that when you date them. You know, I had somebody tell me, you don't want me driving by your house or whatever. And once he told me that, I was like, oh, you ain't got to worry about it. I ain't even going to put you in that position. You stay over there.
Yep.
You leave them people alone. I always think we see red flags. Me and Blaze have talked about that. I think we see craziness in people. Let them stay over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we see that craziness and we think it's cute.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, they
In the
love you
beginning,
so
oh,
much.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Oh, yeah. Blaze, what you got?
We've said it all politically correct. Now I'm gonna say it the hood street way. Most of these niggas stay in your lane. It'll be you three ladies walking into a gas station and this homeless ass, bum ass motherfucker trying to holler at you. Who you're gonna reject. This the one that's gonna shoot you for not talking to him. Bruh, look at her, look at you, make it make sense. It don't be the average, we out, we cool, no, it be these niggas that know they can't get you, that's approaching you, shooting their shot, and getting their feelings. So yeah, they mental, your shit fucked up, get help by all means. But stop it. Look at her. Look at you. Make it make sense. That's it.
Adrian.
I just people need to get help. They really do. Rejection is painful. It hurts, all of that. But when you get to the point where you want to hurt somebody, I think about Jasmine Sullivan's song, I bust the windows out your car. And not, although it didn't mend my broken heart, I'm going to probably always have these ugly scars. You know, it's true. It's not going to fix anything by you hurting anybody. If anything, you're going to end up doing some time. Somebody's going to get hurt. It's just, when it's getting that far out of hand, please get help.
Nisha Williams.
Cut your losses early.
Yeah.
When you see those signs that it could go in a different way. Rejection happens. It's going to happen. It's a part of life. And it's on you to just take the lesson for what it was and apply it moving forward. But that doesn't mean you unalive somebody or go into attack mode or stalk mode or, retribution mode, right? Like you just take it for what it is and be okay with that. There's more men out there or more women out there in the world that you could shoot your shot with or give a chance to. There's other things out there besides just giving up because of this one individual. You know what I mean? It's not worth it. So if you can't do that and get over that person like that, go seek some help, get some therapy to figure out, what's your issue with rejection. Figure out what that trauma is so you can kind of tackle it and work through that and heal. And that's my final thought.
Yeah,
just real quick, I got a question.
Go ahead.
What if you reject someone and they ask you why?
You tell them.
You tell them the truth. You tell them the truth in the most respectful way. Don't be disrespectful about it. But if you want to know, I'm gonna tell you, and go from there.
My final thought.
Don't always set you free.
Excuse me?
The truth don't always set you free.
The truth will get you killed. But that's why I said you got to do it respectfully. Do it in a way where it's not going to cause you, it's not a life or death situation.
Yeah, some people just can't take no for an answer. But never try to keep something that doesn't want to be kept. Never try to get back with somebody that tells you that it's over. You're trying to work your way back to something or to someone that is telling you, I'm not going to appreciate you, your efforts, or anything. I'm done. And be okay with that. Yes, it's going to hurt. Go somewhere and love on yourself. Reach out to a friend. All the cussing that you might want to do to that person, call me, cuss me out. Call Adrian, call Nisha, call Wood, call your homie. Tell them, but when it's over, and it's okay. People change, things change, situations change, goals change, and sometimes people don't want to include you in where they're going on their next level, and learn to be okay with that. That's my final thought. Thank you, Wood and Blaze, for joining us. Let everybody know where they can find you at.
The Lounge with Wood and Blaze. We're on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, we're everywhere. And there's at the lounge with Wood and Blaze.
Yes, we appreciate you being here. We had a great time. You know that you are always welcome back. This has been the final episode with the lounge with Wood and Blaze. BGP. Like, share, subscribe. Leave us a comment. Share with your friends. BGP, the lounge with Wood and Blaze. And we are out. Bye.
Hi.